Ready to go with the Class D2 state championship, the Hildreth Greyhounds and the Brady Eagles. Let's turn it over to PA announcer Ed Kimball, who will introduce the players.
In the championship game, the Hildreth Greyhounds. The Greyhounds are 20-1 this season. They're members of the Nebraska South Central Conference, and they have a great state tournament history. They've won 5 state championships and had 6 runner-up trophies. And the Brady Screaming Eagles are in the finals. Their record is 16-6. They're out of the Central Platte Conference. This is Brady's 3rd time in the state finals. They won a championship in 1956, and they were runners-up in 1949. Now here are the non-starters for Brady. Number 15, Jeff Nielsen. 23, Monty Heffley. 25, Toby DeMilt. 41, Chad Brettine. 43, Mike Porter. And 45, Nate Stinicky. Now here are the non-starters for Hildreth. Number 14, Jason Syme. 20, Lee Fritzen. 24, Josh Johnson. 30, Chad Lindau. 34, Rick Adam. 42, Ryan Knaus. And 44, Clint Einspar. Now the Brady starters. A 5'11" junior, number 11, Bob Brettine. A 6'2" senior, number 13, Tyler Stinicky. 5'11" senior, number 31, James Herman. 6' senior, number 33, Nathan Leidick. And a 6'3" junior, number 35, Adam Brettine. The assistant coach is George Heffley, the head coach, Terry Skinner. Now here are the Greyhounds starters. A 5'9" junior, number 12, Kyle Largent. 6'3" senior, number 22, Ben Syme. 6'3" junior, number 32, Corey Ryle. 6'3" senior, number 50, Phil Heinrichs. And 6'4" senior, number 52, Terry Quadhammer. Miles Ehlers is the assistant coach, Richard Alt, the head coach at Hildreth. The officials for this game, Dwayne Hodge and Rich Rethwish on the floor. Jeff Wallace is the bench official.
To get here to the state finals in Class D2, Hildreth defeated Shickley 77-45 in the opening round, then edged Wheatland 47-46 in the semifinals yesterday afternoon, and brings a 20-1 record into this state championship game. Brady defeated Craig 86-82 in overtime in the opening round, then defeated Llewellyn 67-57 in the semifinals to get here to the state championship. Brady, a 16-6 team, getting off to a 5-3 start this season. They were 9-6 at one point, and now 16-6 here in the state championship game. Brady will be in the red uniforms with black numbers and black and white trim. Hildreth, the Greyhounds, will be in the white uniforms with purple and gold numerals and purple and gold trim. With the play-by-play of this D2 state championship, here's Jeff Schmall.
Thank you, Dick. Jumping it up inside, Terry Quadhammer for Hildreth. And it will be Adam Brettine. And controlling the opening tip are the Brady Eagles. Brady in red, they will be going from left to right. Hildreth in the white jerseys, trimmed in pink and gold, or purple and gold. They will be going from right to left. Hildreth opening up in a zone defense. Leidick and Stenicky Playing catch with it outside. Three-pointer by Leidick. Nate's shot is no good. And coming down to the rebound is Ben Syme, and here come the Hornets, or the Greyhounds, the other way.
Hildreth, a team that's very used to being in the state championships. They have 5 state championship trophies in their trophy case already. 6-time state runner-up, lost to Falls City Sacred Heart in last year's finals. This is their 3rd state finals in the last 4 years. Brady, in its 2nd straight trip to state, has been at state 13 times over the years, so they've been here a few times also.
Jumper is good by Corey Ryle, and you'll see the contrasting styles. Hildreth likes to work the ball around, just as the Greyhounds did the last trip down the floor. Brady likes to push the ball up the floor. Brady scores a lot. They average 80 points per game, the highest scoring team in the D2 field. Brettine gets it inside, jumper by Brettine, and it's good. Adam Brettine gets an assist from his cousin, Bob. Brady is 16-6 on the season, but part of their troubles came when Adam Brettine was out with an injured back. Underneath is Terry Quadhammer. Quadhammer nails it. Adam Brettine, one of the top players on the Brady team, was out with an injured back through the middle of the season. In fact, doctors told him he wouldn't even be able to play the rest of the year. And there you see a jumper is good by James Herman. But Adam was able to come back, and now he has helped lead the Brady Eagles to the finals. And we're tied up again 4 apiece. Simon Largent the guards. This is Ben Syme. His shot is off the mark. And the quicker James Herman gets the rebound for the Brady Eagles. Brady's going to be a little bit quicker team. They are concerned, though, about the size of Hildreth inside. Three-pointer off the mark, long by Stenicky.
Brady has a state championship also to its credit. Brady won the Class D title back in 1956. Brady from the southwest part of the state, Hildreth from generally the south central.
Turnover on the Hildreth Greyhounds part. The ball goes over to Brady. Brady looking for its first lead in this basketball game. Nate Leidick and Bob Brettine are the guards. Adam Brettine, the big guy in the middle. Taylor Stenicky and James Herman, the forwards. This is Herman with a basketball, having trouble with it on the baseline, and turns it over.
Both teams start 3 seniors and 2 juniors, and both about the same average height with their starting lineups. Brady averages 6'1", Hildreth averages 6'2". We're still tied 4-4 here with 5 minutes to go in the first quarter.
But Hildreth kind of a stronger team inside, especially with Quadhammer. Out top, this is Largent driving the lane. Nice pass underneath to Phil Heinrichs. Heinrichs puts it in for 2, and it's now 6-4. Hildreth on top, and there's a foul whistled against Ben Syme. Syme will pick up his first.
Quadhammer 6'4", Heinrichs 6'3", but there are a couple of big, strong players. As you get a good look at Richard Alt, the head coach for Hildreth, in his 5th year now as the Greyhounds head coach.
Leidick gives off to Brettine. On the baseline, jumper by Adam Brettine is short. Underneath, nice rebound by Stenicky. And Tyler Stenicky has his first 2 of the ball game.
We've been tied at every stop at 2, 4, and now 6 points.
Three-pointer by Largent, short. Quadhammer strong with the board, can't get it to drop. He gets another try and puts it no good with the left hand. Looked like it would fall, and Tyler Stenicky comes away with a board.
Well, nothing's more frustrating than those putbacks when you're right underneath like that. He had 3 pretty much uncontested shots, and it just wouldn't drop for him.
Cross-court pass knocked out of bounds by Heinrichs, but you can guarantee that if Terry Quadhammer gets those kind of shots this entire game, he will really light it up. There's a break in the action. It's 6-6 in the D2 game midway through the first quarter.
Next time you need gas, make your choice carefully. Choose a fuel that not only delivers outstanding performance, but is good for the economy and better for the environment. There's one fuel that's American-made from a renewable resource. A fuel that lets any car run cleaner, reducing harmful emissions and air pollution by 25%. Ethanol, 25% cleaner. Next time you need gas, look for an ethanol blend. It's part of the air pollution solution.
If your sporty car doesn't feel so sporty anymore, you need a change. By the team, the BF Goodrich Tire Team. They'll put on BF Goodrich T8 Performance tires. Tires designed just for your sporty car. You'll feel a whole new level of performance.
Hi, I'm Les from Tire Mart in our town, Seward.
Hi, I'm Larry Bull, OK Tire Stores, Central City.
Brady with a quick inbounds pass in the bucket.
And the shot went to Tyler Stenicky. He has 4 now, and Brady takes its first lead of the ball game at 8-6. Hildreth on the other end trying to again tie it, but they throw it away as Ryle can't hold on to the basketball. And here come the Eagles. This is Bratine. Bob. They get it outside. Leidick had a notion. Gets it inside to Adam Bratine, and he is fouled. Foul will go against number 50, Phil Heinrichs.
Brady lost to Hildreth 70-62 in the first round of the state tournament last year. So Brady looking to avenge that perhaps. Brady got off to a 5-3 start this year. 9-6 at one point in the season, but has since reeled off 7 straight wins. Hildreth, on the other hand, with only 1 loss all year, and that was to Class C2 Kennesaw, 71-66 toward the end of the regular season.
Heinrichs gets it inside to Quadhammer, and Terry knocks it down to tie the ball game again. Our 4th tie of the basketball game. It's 8-8. Neither team getting much of an edge thus far. Leidick all the way over to Adam Bratine. Adam's shot is strong, but Adam has his own rebound, puts it on the floor, almost lost it. Coming away with a loose ball, James Herman. Herman has it knocked around. Let's see if the Eagles can get a good shot off, and they do. Leidick, no good, but another long rebound. James Herman with it. Adam Bratine, no. Fight for the board. And again, Brady comes away with it. Bratine, no. Underneath, another rebound. Herman shot, a jump ball. Holy cow. Brady, the smaller team, but the Eagles working hard on the boards.
There you see the possession arrow pointing the way of Hildreth, so the Greyhounds get the ball.
Hildreth will attack this 3-2 zone of Brady's. Greyhounds trying to pound it inside to Quadhammer. Almost losing it is Largent. Here comes Kyle, the 5'9 junior. Dishes off, but it turns it over to the Brady Eagles.
Called off Quadhammer. He thought that it was off someone from Brady, but the Brady bunch will bring it up.
Steinecke gets it inside to Bratine. Boy, Adam can't get any shots to fall. And this time, Heinrichs has the rebound, and here come the Greyhounds the other way. The D2 final. It's tied up 8 apiece. 1:35 left in this first quarter of action. Quick pass inside to Quadhammer. 3-pointer by Largent. Yes! Kyle Largent nails the 3, and he can make you pay if you sag off too much. Other way, a foul on the floor. No shot by Adam Bratine.
Brady, a member of the Central Platte Conference. Hildreth, a member of the Nebraska South Central Conference. Boy, they've been at state 27 times over the year. This is their 4th straight. Brady at state 13 times over the years. This is their 2nd straight.
Jumper is good by Adam Bratine. And that makes it a 1-point lead for Hildreth, 11-10. And a turnover now. Nice defense by Bob Bratine. Bob and Adam are cousins. Nate Leidick throws right side to Herman. They move it around to Stenicky, and Tyler knocks it in with a nice drive in the middle. Tyler Stenicky has 6 points to lead all scorers, and now Brady goes on top 12-11. Inside of a minute left in the first quarter.
This, of course, the smallest class of the 6. There are just 29 students in the top 3 grades at Hildreth.
Nice pass by Phil Heinrichs to Terry Quadhammer for the easy bucket underneath, and Quadhammer now has 6. Boy, this Hildreth team really works the ball around well.
The Brady enrollment 39 for their top 3 grades, so not a lot of students in these 2 schools, but 2 good basketball teams.
See if maybe the Brady Eagles want to go for one shot. 15 seconds left now in this first quarter of action. This is Nate Leidick. Gives way to Adam Brattin. Stenicky. No, he's too strong, but he's got his own rebound. Tyler shoots it up in a hurry. Underneath the shot. No good by James Herman. And there is a foul with a half a second left. Luckily for Brady, it is only the first team foul, so Hildreth will not get a free throw shot. A half second left. I don't know if they'll be able to get any shots off at all. Checking into the lineup, number 44, Clint Einspar. Einspar comes in for Heinrichs for this last half second, and a couple more substitutions. Ben Syme back in, and also in is Chad Lindau. And that's the first quarter of action. After one period, Hildreth leads it, but just by 1, 13-12 over Brady.
And now, here's an important safety tip from NC Plus Hybrids. When you're out in the country this summer, drive carefully, because NC Plus 4275 will be stopping traffic all over this area. At 108 days, it can out-yield hybrids that are a week later and give you lower harvest moisture to boot. So drive safely, and don't get upset if that pickup you're following stops suddenly, because NC Plus 4275 is worth watching.
If your sporty car doesn't feel so sporty anymore, you need a change. By the team, the BF Goodrich Tire Team. They'll put on BF Goodrich TA Performance tires. Tires designed just for your sporty car. You'll feel a whole new level of performance.
Hi, I'm T.O. Hawes for all your tire needs.
Bruce Schneider, Schneider's OK Tire, Columbus.
Both teams have made 6 field goals here in the first quarter, but Hildreth is 6 out of 10 for 60% from the field. Brady 6 out of 17 for 35%.
Jumper on the way, long by Brattin. Fight for the rebound underneath, and Adam comes away with it on the loose ball. Stenicky. Tyler's shot no good. Brattin with a rebound, and he's fouled underneath by Quadhammer. What a surprise, Dick, in this ball game. Hildreth obviously has the bigger, stronger team, and yet Brady is doing quite a job on the rebounding end, especially the last couple minutes of the first quarter, and now here early in the second quarter. Adam Brattin at the free throw line and gets the first one to fall. He has 5 points in the ball game. The 6'3" junior Adam averages 19.4 points a contest. Second one, nothing but net. And now Brady goes back in front by 1. 14-13 our score. Hildreth with the basketball. The Greyhounds runners up to Fall City Sacred Heart last year in this D2 final. Here comes Brady on the turnover. This is Leidick. Nate decides to slow it up. Brattin, yes! Adam Brattin nails the 15-footer just inside the three-point stripe. And it's a 3-point lead for the Brady Eagles. Ben Syme gets it into Quadhammer. Quadhammer is good. Terry Quadhammer goes strong to the hoop.
He had 22 points in Hildreth's semifinal win yesterday, and Hildreth only had a total of 47 in that game, so he had 22 of the 47 points.
Bunch of substitutions now. Kyle Largent comes back in, Corey Ryle back in, and Phil Heinrichs comes back in for Hildreth. Hildreth does like to go to their bench quite a bit as the three-pointer just missed. Brattin, it's good by Adam Brattin, while Brady relies almost strictly on their 5 starters. They pretty much go with those 5 out on the floor the entire way. 18-15, Brady in front. Hildreth almost turned it over. This is Largent. Throws it cross court. Who's going to get it on the loose ball? Brady will. Boy, the Eagles seem to be getting every loose ball, and a nice fast break basket to Adam Bratine, and he now has 12 in the ball game. 8 of them coming here in the second quarter. Brady has opened up its biggest lead of the ball game at 20-15. And now another turnover. The smaller, quicker Brady Eagles doing a job defensively. No real post player inside at all for Brady. And nice hustling rebound by Nate Leidick.
Every one of the Brady starters averages in double figures. But you can see that tells you two things. They play a lot and they like to score and run a lot. They do average almost 80 points a game, which is, as we've mentioned, the highest average in the D2 field.
The Hildreth Greyhounds. They trail it by 5. This is Phil Heinrichs. Out top to Ben Syme. Work it inside. Back to Heinrichs. Takes the 12-footer. Yes! Heinrichs now has 4, and that cuts it to a 3-point lead for Brady.
Well, we talked about it at the very start of the telecast today, Jeff. A lot of times in Class D2, the familiar finalist here is Falls City Sacred Heart. Well, two things happened to them. One, they moved up to Class D1 this year, and they were also eliminated in sub-district play by Adams. Didn't get here to state this year. They'd won 4 straight state titles, Falls City Sacred Heart did, and beat Hildreth in the state D2 championship last year.
Stenicky couldn't get the bucket to fall. And now a kicking violation on Bob Bratine. There's a break in the action with 4:42 left in the second quarter. It's Brady leading it by 3.
Planning your future, which way do you go? Make the right choice. We'll help you make a plan. We put the future in your hands. Central Community College. Things you'll need tomorrow. We'll help you understand. We put the future in your hands. Central Community College.
There's just one thing most every farmer calls on his mid-range tractor to do. More. The new line of Case International Maxim tractors is up to the task. With power from a 6-cylinder engine, performance from a fully synchronized or power shift transmission, featuring forward and reverse shuttle shift, and protection with a 5-year, 5,000-hour warranty. See your local Case International dealer. Coming on strong. Nebraska Equipment, Seward, and Fairbanks International, Holdridge.
Hildreth led it by 1 point at the quarter, but now Brady leads it 20-17 here in the D2 state title game with 4:35 to go in the first half.
The Hildreth Greyhounds have the basketball. Work it into Ryle. Corey's shot rims around and goes down. 4 points for Corey Ryle. Back to a 1-point game. On the baseline, Adam Bratine. Shot strong, and again the loose ball. Stenicky goes up strong. Yes! Tyler Stenicky. The Brady Eagles appear to get every loose ball on the floor. Really getting after it. Still a 3-2 zone. Hildreth will try to pound it inside. Largent gets it to Ryle. Largent taking the 3. No good. Quadhammer strong underneath. And Terry Quadhammer now in double figures with 10. You don't check him out any better than that. It will be a big afternoon for Terry Quadhammer, the 6'4" senior, biggest player on the floor. Stenicky. No good. And here comes Hildreth the other way. Largent looked like he wanted to run, but didn't have the numbers at 1 and 4, and wisely pulls it up. Ben Syme. Inside to Ryle. Corner. That's Heinrichs. Yes! Heinrichs puts Hildreth in front, 23-22. An 8-2 run currently for Hildreth. Herman. Back to Brettine. Adam's shot is good. Nice tough shot by Adam Brettine. He now has 14 in the ball game, 10 in the second quarter. 2:45 remaining here in the period. 24-23. Brady on top. Seesaw affair the whole way. On the baseline, Heinrichs is fouled. Hildreth gets the ball into that low post, and they move so well from the low post. The team very unselfish. There you see Bill Heinrichs getting the baseline positioning. And the foul went against Nate Leidek, his first, team second. Heinrichs will shoot 2. And he was a little bit off the mark on that first one.
Quite a 1-2 punch for Hildreth with Heinrichs 6'3" and Quadhammer 6'4". They look a lot alike too, and they play a lot alike underneath that bucket.
Bill Heinrichs can't get either free throw to fall, so his team still trails it by 1. Nate Leidek out front. Nate passes off, but charges. Leidek was not under control, and the 6-foot senior was guilty of a charge.
And Terry Quadhammer going to the floor as timeout is called with 2:24 to go in the half, and the score in the D2 State Boys Championship is Brady 24, Hildreth 23.
This, of course, is a stop sign. But so is this. And if you want to prove it, just see your NC Plus dealer and try one of these high-performance NC Plus hybrids. They're setting yield standards and stopping traffic all over the country. So see your dealer and plant NC Plus this spring. But just to play it safe, better warn your neighbors. NC Plus, America's down-to-earth seed company.
Our tour today begins with the Chris Smolin Flight Wing, a modern exhibition of athletic performance. You will see how Christopher's flight shoes from Nike express his sense of movement. Observe the use of color, sublime, and his incredible shooting ability.
Remarkable. He's priceless.
Actually, he's $3.2 million a year.
Oh.
All exhibits donated by Olympia Village.
Back at the Devaney Sports Center, the D2 Boys State Championship is just about 1/2 old as Hildreth goes back on the attack.
Again, good ball movement underneath by the Hildreth Greyhounds. No shot taken, though, thus far on this trip. Largent takes maybe an unadvised shot, but he is fouled by Tyler Stenicky. And going to the free throw line to shoot a pair of free throws will be Kyle Largent.
Hildreth 11 of 17 from the field for 65%. Hildreth shooting 65% from the field, and Brady 11 out of 30 for 37% so far. Rebounds are about even, but Hildreth has 7 turnovers to 2 for Brady.
There you saw Brady coach Terry Skinner. Little nervous over on the sidelines, and we're tied up again, 24 all, as Largent makes the first, misses the second. Kyle gets the turnover here, 1-on-1. Oh, he stepped out of bounds. Wonder when they're ever going to paint this line, if they're going to paint it a little bit brighter red or something like that, because as you see, those white sidelines, it just, unless you're really familiar with the Devaney Center, they are hard to pick up.
Easy to just run right out of bounds with it.
Jumper by Brettine, no good by Bobby. Stenicky fights for the rebound, but Hildreth comes away with it. Here come the Greyhounds on the attack. The ball game tied.
It's the 5th time the game has been tied. It was tied at 2, 4, 6, and 8, and now again at 24.
A lot of lead changes so far in the ball game as well. 3-pointer by Largent, yes! You cannot leave little Kyle Largent all by himself outside that arc. He'll nail it every time. 27-24. On the baseline, Brettine. Adam gives off to Stenicky. Stenicky has his shot changed and wisely passes off, or it would have been blocked. Herman. Bob Brettine. Outside, this is Nate Leidek driving. Nice pass underneath, but stepping into the lane with Phil Heinrichs, so I guess it wasn't a nice pass. Looked from our angle like it would be.
Heinrichs with a real good steal right there, and now there's under a minute to go in this first half.
A 3-point lead for Hildreth. The Greyhounds would like to add to it. Quadhammer almost has the rebound on the missed shot by Ryle, but coming away with it was James Herman. The Eagles down by 3. Jumper by Leidick. No good. 35 seconds left as Heinrichs pulls down the board for the Hildreth Greyhounds. See if Hildreth works for one shot. It looks like Richard Alt wants his team to indeed go for one. 20 seconds now left in the first half. Hildreth with the basketball, a 3-point lead. Largent way over on the other side to Heinrichs. Wouldn't be surprised if they try to get it inside to Quadhammer for the final shot, but no, Ben Syme outside misses. Still 7 seconds left on the clock. Who's going to come away with a loose ball? It's Brady. 1 second. Will they get a shot off? No. Shot not off in time. So at the half, the Brady Eagles trail Hildreth by the count of 27-24. The big gun for Brady in the first half was Adam Bratteen. He had 14 points. In fact, kind of a two-man show for Brady, as Tyler Steinecke has 8, 2 for James Herman. On the Hildreth side of the ledger, Terry Quadhammer has 10, 4 for Corey Ryle. It's 6 points for Phil Heinrichs and 7 points for little Kyle Largent, as his three-pointer propelled Hildreth to that 3-point lead at the half. And now let's go over to Dick Janda, who is standing by with Brady coach Terry Skinner. Dick?
Terry, your thoughts about this first half of play? Obviously a close one.
Yeah, it's about what we expected from them, to try and get the ball inside and watch, and if we sag too far to the inside, to hit some outside shots. So they're doing about what they did last year and what we thought they would do. It's up to us to get some shots to go down. We got a little cold there for a little bit.
Any adjustments that you're going to talk about, particularly here at halftime?
I think we're in pretty good shape. We're putting on good defensive ball pressure, and we're doing a nice job on the boards. I think it's just a matter of us settling down, following through on some shots, and getting them to go down.
All right, Coach, good luck the second half.
Thank you.
Okay, and we'll be back with more here at halftime of this D2 state championship after this timeout.
And now, here's an important safety tip from NC Plus Hybrids. When you're out in the country this summer, drive carefully, because NC Plus 4275 will be stopping traffic all over this area. At 108 days, it can out-yield hybrids that are a week later and give you lower harvest moisture to boot. So drive safely, and don't get upset if that pickup you're following stops suddenly, because NC Plus 4275 is worth watching.
Boots. Jeans. Where can you find an unbeatable selection at low, low prices? The Fort. From jeans and boots to traditional Western wear, at the Fort you'll find something for everyone. Shop the biggest selection in the state and take home big savings. Stock up now on Lee Storm Riders. Straight leg regular fit pre-washed, only $16.98, or pepper wash as low as $19.98. The Fort. Western Outfitters, 56th and Highway 2 in Lincoln.
The KOLN KGIN Nebraska High School All-State Team Award is sponsored by Lincoln Telephone.
The votes have been counted for our 1992 Coaches All-State team, and now here's the way they stacked up in Class D2.
No player.
At one of the guards, Jason Gross of Shickley, a 6-foot senior, Jason averaged 20 points and 7 rebounds a game this season. At the other guard, Nate Nauman of Giltner, a 5'10 junior, Nate averaged 18 points and 6 rebounds a game this year. At center, Terry Quadhammer of Hildreth, a 6'4 senior who averaged 15 points and 8 rebounds a contest this season. At one of the forwards, Kel Alder of Stewart, a 6'3 senior. Kel had a 21-point and 9 rebound a game average this year. At the other forward, Jason Ellers of Bradshaw, a 6'2 senior. Jason averaged 20 points and 11 rebounds this year. Honorable mention goes to Ellen Pokorski of Prague, Chuck Roberts of Llewellyn, Mike Bowes of Orleans, Thad Mum of CHB, Chad Odvedy of Milligan, Mike Smith of Sandhills, and Marty Hinn of Petersburg. And that's the 1992 Class D2 Coaches All-State team.
It's been remarkable. It's been a long time since I've witnessed so many points scored in one quarter. The chemistry on this ball club is the key. Every player seems to sense what the others are going to. It's out is that these girls are well coached. Their defensive play tonight is... Here we go. She's got the shot away. There's only seconds left.
Student athletes, competitors in the classroom, on the field of play, winners in the game of life.
Joining me now here at halftime is the head boys basketball coach at Bradshaw, Scott Mazur, to talk a little bit about this D2 All-State team. Coach, your thoughts about these players that made the squad this year?
Well, it's an excellent group. The thing that strikes me more about them than anything else is they would make an excellent team themselves. I mean, if those five were to go out there on the floor, they would be an excellent squad. And they have two really quick guards that score a lot, two quality forwards, and then a big guy inside, Quad Hammer, you've just seen, that can really use his muscle. So it would be a really nice squad to coach. I wish I had that possibility.
One player from your team on the first team, Jason Ellers.
Right. Jason was our key this year. He scored 20 points a game, had 11 rebounds for us. He really played great defense for us, too. He guarded the opponent's best man. He did it all for us, and he was the reason why we made it as far as we did.
Your thoughts about this Class D2 state championship game? Hildreth with a slim lead here. It looks like a good second half about to come about.
It really does. Hildreth did a great job of controlling tempo on them. I thought Brady would have to get out and run a little bit, but they haven't done that much this game. If they do that in the second half, I think they have a chance. But I think Hildreth, with their half-court game and their passing ability, has the edge right now.
All right, Coach, thanks very much for being with us, and good luck to your Bradshaw team down the road, too.
Thanks, Dick.
Okay, Scott Mazur, the head boys basketball coach at Bradshaw, and we'll be back with more here from the D2 state finals after this timeout.
There's just one thing most every farmer calls on his mid-range tractor to do: more. The new line of Case International Maxim tractors is up to the task, with power from a 6-cylinder engine, performance from a fully synchronized or power shift transmission, featuring forward and reverse shuttle shift, and protection with a 5-year, 5,000-hour warranty. See your local Case International dealer. Coming on strong: Geneva Implement Company, Geneva, and Fairbanks International, Hastings.
Explore the great outdoors 92. See what's new in wheels and reels, bikes, RVs, resorts, camping gear, and more. Get tips from fishing pros. Guido and Dion Hibden and Doug Stagg, sponsored by Grandpa's Marine. And the rising star of the Bass and Gals Tournament Trail Test Hewitt, sponsored by KTGL Radio. See the fastest boat on wheels, the incredible Wet Vet, sponsored by KLDZ Radio. The Kings Collection, plus the state finals of the Bassmaster Casting Kids Competition, and thousands of dollars in prizes and discounts. Don't miss the Great Outdoors Expo 92, March 20th through 22nd.
I was scared to take the HIV test. I knew once I did, there was no turning back. Now that I know, though, I can go on about my life. Make some goals. I'm working hard to stay healthy. Think about going back to school. Now I'm motivated to do the things I've always wanted to do. Life seems so much more important now.
For information on the prevention and treatment of HIV, call 1-800-342-AIDS.
Back at the Bob Devaney Sports Center at halftime, where Hildreth leads Brady by 3 points. The big difference, a 3-point shot near the end of the first half by little Kyle Argent. The 5'9" junior knocked it in. He has 7 points in the ball game, and that 3 is the difference in the ball game right now. In our halftime statistics, pretty even. It's 12 of 21 for Hildreth in the field goal department, shooting 57%. Brady 11 field goals, but shooting just 34%. Free throw statistics not real significant. And the rebounds, 12 for the taller Hildreth team and 16 for Brady. Turnovers, 8 for Hildreth and 4 for Brady. So if Brady were hitting the shots, they would be leading, but instead it's Hildreth with a 3-point lead. And we'll be back with more halftime activities right after this.
Northeast Community College in Norfolk is a comprehensive community college serving over 30,000 Northeast Nebraskans through credit and non-credit courses. In a state-of-the-art modern setting, you'll receive personal attention from the caring and supportive staff. Northeast Community College in Norfolk, building communities one mind at a time.
This, of course, is a stop sign. But so is this. And if you want to prove it, just see your NC Plus dealer and try one of these high-performance NC Plus hybrids. They're setting yield standards and stopping traffic all over the country. So see your dealer and plant NC Plus this spring. But just to play it safe, better warn your neighbors. NC Plus, America's down-to-earth seed company.
The technology didn't come from Germany. It didn't come from Japan. The technology that made this powerful sedan the most fuel-efficient V8 luxury car you can own came from Lincoln. Lincoln Town Car. What a luxury car should be.
Hildreth leading Brady in the D2 state championship 27-24 here at halftime, and joining us now is Hildreth head coach Richard Alt. Coach, your thoughts about this first half so far?
We're pretty well pleased with the way we played the first half. You know, Brady likes to push the ball up and down the court, and we think we kind of set the tempo of the game in the first half a little more to our liking.
Some of the things you talked about that you might want to adjust in the second half.
Well, we're still going to try and work the ball into the high post some. We keep telling the kids when you catch it in there, turn around and shoot it, and we've been a little tentative in there so far, but we're going to look for that some.
All right, Coach, good luck the second half.
Thank you.
Okay, and we'll be back with the second half of this D2 state championship after this timeout.
Life doesn't have to be just going to work to survive. You can enjoy your work if you discover the work you enjoy and get the training you need. We'll help you do just that at Southeast Community College. If you want good jobs waiting for you after just 2 years, or if you want a great 2-year start to a 4-year college degree without creating your own grand national debt, you need to call us at Southeast Community College. We're a place for all people, and we have a place for you.
Top of the line parts.
Red, blue, and white.
Expert advice.
It's a good sign.
Your Big A Auto Parts store.
Keeps your car running right.
Where the pros go for auto parts.
Big A, the sign that keeps your car running right.
See your local Big A dealer.
Grand Island, we've got it all.
Give your taste buds something to choose from at the I-80 Holiday Inn Buffet. You'll always find a complete selection of barbecued ribs, baked chicken, spaghetti, roast beef, fish, and a complete salad and dessert bar. With mouth-watering entrees like these, you'll satisfy even the finickiest eaters. Treat your family to something special and bring them to the I-80 Holiday Inn, Grand Island.
We've got it all.
Hildreth with a 27-24 lead at halftime in the D2 state championship, and we're ready to go with the second half.
Hildreth will get the ball to start the second half. The switch ends, of course. So the Greyhounds in white will be going from left to right. Brady in red will move the opposite end of the floor. So here come the Greyhounds. They start it. Kyle Largent, Ben Syme, the guards. Terry Quadhammer, the big guy in the middle, and Corey Ryle and Bill Heinrichs are the forwards. They work it inside to Heinrichs. His shot off the glass is good. Bill Heinrichs now has 8. And that's the biggest lead of the ball game for Hildreth, 29-24. Brady led it by 5 back in the second quarter. And the shot is partially blocked by Bratine, or Bratine's shot rather is partially blocked. So here come the Greyhounds the other way. Looks like Brady wants to put a little more defensive pressure on, see if they can create some turnovers. On the baseline, they get it inside. No good by Quadhammer. And a nice rebound pulled down by Steineke, but traveling on the outlet pass.
Well, you know, we haven't seen Brady's running game really as it probably will unfold yet. When you're playing in 3 games in the tournament, 3 games in 3 days, I'm sure that Coach Terry Skinner wants to kind of save his guys a little bit here for this second half.
Jumper from 3, no, an air ball by Kyle Largent, and here comes Adam Bratine the other way. Bratine off the glass, an offensive foul. Good defensive positioning by Ben Syme, and Bratine take another look. What do you think? That's why they call it the toughest call in all of basketball.
Would have been a really tough one if it had gone the other way, because it looked so violent, the collision there. And so Bratine picks up his first personal. And as you've been saying, Jeff, Brady with just the 5 players that really play very much, so they've got to kind of save their stamina.
Nice driving layup by Adam Bratine. He now has 16 in the game as Adam got the turnover on the steal, and it's 29-26. Back to a 3-point game. Quad hammer. They'll set up the half-court offense now, Hildreth will. And Brady doesn't pressure quite as much on the perimeter. Quad hammer way outside. Syme for 3. No. Who's going to get the loose ball? Heinrichs is out of bounds. So again, the loose balls seem to be going Brady's way, but the shooting percentage is in Hildreth's favor in a big way. Nate Leidick and Bob Bratine, the guards. Adam Bratine, the big guy in the center. That's Adam's shot is short. Coming away with a rebound on the baseline, James Herman. Herman gives way to Stenicky. Stenicky's shot is also no good. And down with a rebound is Heinrichs. This is Largent. Ben Syme. Baseline to Ryle. Ryle and Syme playing catch with it. They try to whip it inside the quad hammer. A little too strong. And Brady will get the ball on the turnover. Leidick from 3, way short. Works as a pass, though, underneath Stenicky. No, rather, that was Bob Bratine. Bob Bratine scores his first 2 of the ball game. A pass from his cousin underneath, and we're down to a 1-point game. And there's the turnover. The Brady pressure pays off. Now the pace in the Brady's favor. Stenicky is fouled from behind by Kyle Largent. That will be his first, and also the first team foul of Hildreth in this second half. No one really in any type of foul trouble in this ball game. In fact, Bill Heinrichs of Hildreth, the only player in the game who has 2 fouls. So it's been a relatively cleanly played ball game thus far. Outside, Bob Bratine, jumper, good! Bobby Bratine for 2. And it's now a 30-29 game as Brady has scored 6 straight now.
Bratine had not scored at all in the first half. He has 4 points here already in the third quarter.
Ryle, a one-hander off the glass, no good. With a rebound is Heinrichs. Couple tries for Phil won't go down. Terry Quadhammer is fouled. And there you see the Hildreth size inside start to pay off. The 2 big guys, Heinrichs and Quadhammer. Terry does a little bit of an acting job. And that will be the second foul now on Adam Bratine.
Notice Terry always seems to be talking out there to his opponents and his teammates both. It's like he's probably could be a good thespian too, a good man on the stage.
Well, you like to see a guy enjoy himself out on the court, too. Sometimes we hear about talking trash, and I've seen Terry talking out there on the floor, and I think he just likes to talk to people. He likes to talk to his opponents. Nothing wrong with that. Terry makes the second one. He now has 11 of the ball game and leads Hildreth, and we're tied up again, 30-all. I think that's, what, the 6th tie in the game? Stenicky, Tyler shot, no good, and it's a foul outside on Kyle Largent, and now Kyle has 2. And going to the free throw line will be Tyler Stenicky. Tyler had 6 points real early in the ball game. He came out really hot, but just 2 points in the second quarter, so he's been stuck on 8 for quite some time now. Tyler leads Brady in scoring with a 23-point average, and he scored 50 points in the first 2 ball games. So he's being held a little bit below his average in this game. And Tyler misses the first. He's at the free throw line for 2, though, as it was a shooting foul. He'd like to put his team back up on top. And he does. Stenicky now with 9. And that half-court pressure again employed by Brady. See if the Eagles can get a turnover on it. Across the timeline, this is Ryle. Corey to Quadhammer. Quadhammer turnaround jumper, bounds around, no good. Stenicky up strong for the rebound, and here come the Eagles. They're going to run it. Nice fast break. The bucket won't go. Quadhammer with the rebound, and a third personal foul on Adam Bratine. We've played less than 4 minutes of the third quarter, and Bratine has picked up 3 fouls, all in the third quarter. And Terry Skinner will not make a substitution. Instead, he says to Adam, take it easy out there, fella. Largent throws it up over the top to Quadhammer, and now Hildreth will set up its half-court offense. It's almost like Hildreth is running 2 offenses, one to get the ball in the forecourt and the other to try to get it close to the hoop. Largent drives off the glass, no good. Nice follow-up by Phil Heinrichs. And Heinrichs is now in double figures with 10. And it's 32-31, Hildreth back in front. Leidick and Herman playing catch with it outside along with Bob Bratine. Stenicky inside, in and out by Bratine, and Quadhammer has another rebound. Across the timeline, Heinrichs way over to side. Inside, Quadhammer has it taken away. Nice defense by Nate Leidick. And nobody saw Adam Bratine, and Adam sneaks in for an easy 2. Nice pass by Leidick as well.
And there's that Brady running game. You really saw it right there with the good break.
Heinrichs, yes. Phil Heinrichs has 6 here in the third quarter, 12 in the ball game. And the 6'3" senior is really filling it up. Bratine, yes, for Adam Bratine. And he now has 20 points in the ball game. 20 of the 35 Brady points have been scored by Adam Bratine. Hildreth, and there was one of those situations as Corey Ryle had an easy about 5 or 6 footer, but instead tried to get it inside to Quadhammer. Instead, he probably should have shot it. And there's a break in the action. Brady leads it by 1 midway through the third quarter.
Well, GASNSHOP sure does care for you. When you run out and need it quickly, we're the folks that sure come through. We've got CONVENIENCE. Gas and Shop means convenience for YOU and me. Gas and Shop, good and friendly, and never too far away. Yeah, however you spell it, Gas and Shop's for you.
Grand Island, we've got it all.
For more than a century, the Equitable Building and Loan Association of Grand Island has had the edge on competitive home loans, offering on-the-level hometown financing, low discount points, and expert advice. When you're house hunting, ask about the lender with the hometown angle. The Equitable Building and Loan Association of Grand Island, committed to affordable housing for all.
We've got it all.
Here's another look at that last Brady fast break and the basket by Adam Bratine. 20 points now for Adam Bratine. He now has 69 points in the tournament and is 15 points away from the D2 state tournament record for points in a tourney. That's at 84, so that's in his sights perhaps.
And we saw a record set in the first game. Jumper by Stenicky, no good. Underneath, nice rebound by Herman, but he can't get the shot to foul, and Quadhammer has it.
Tony Davis of Bertrand set the C2 state tournament points record with 94 for the 3 games of the tournament, broke that record by 5.
Hildreth, the Greyhounds would like to get the lead with a bucket here. Sign inside to Ryle, turnaround jumper by Corey, no good. Nice rebounding positioning by Tyler Stenicky. Bob Bratine, dangerous pass to Stenicky. Shot by Adam Bratine is good. Adam Bratine with 22 points, and it's 37-34.
The D2 record for most points in one state tournament game is 32, held by 3 players. So Bratine is just 10 points off of that record also for points in one single tournament game.
Well, yesterday, Brady outscored Llewellyn 20-8. in the third quarter. As Quadhammer puts in another 2, he has 13. So Brady outscored Llewellyn 20-8 in the third quarter to take control. They'd like to do the same thing here in the third quarter against Hildreth, but that three-pointer won't fall by James Herman. Near foul by Herman. And now the ball goes out of bounds off Brady.
We're talking about records. Jeremy Kildare of Schuyler scored 51 points in the opening round in a Class B game. That broke the Class B record. As you see Lee Fritzen, a 5'11 senior, come in for Hildreth, and Ben Syme go out. The overall state tournament record is 52 points, so Kildare was just one off of Kim Verhusen's record that was set back in 1972.
The only trouble is Schuyler lost that game in overtime to Lexington, 76-71.
And of course, if you missed it last night, Wahoo had its state record and national leading winning streak broken last night by Ogallala in Class B.
Corey Ryle gets free on the baseline for an easy 2, and now Hildreth back in front by 1. Hildreth has led it at the break. They led it 13-12 at the first quarter break, 27-24 at the third quarter break, and now Brady will go for a last shot. 10 seconds still to go. Stenicky can't get it to fall. Bratine, Adam's shot is blocked, but he is fouled, and Adam Bratine will go to the free throw line with a chance to put his team in front with 5.3 seconds left in this third quarter. Good basketball game here in the D2 final.
Corey Ryle, number 32 there, was called for the foul. As you take another look at it, he tried to make the block, got a little piece of the arm or hand too. That's his first personal, and each team now has 3 team fouls here in the second half.
First shot is good by Bratine. Amazingly, according to the box scores, Dick, Brady has yet to substitute in this state tournament. They have gone with their starting 5 the entire way. Bratine makes them both. He now has 24 in the ball game. 5 seconds, 4. Let's see what Hildreth can do. Shot on the way by Largent, no good. And no shot on the rebound. So after 3 quarters of play, Brady has taken the lead, 39-38 over Hildreth.
When rain comes into view, cool air surrounding you. The air of quality cools with efficiency.
When summer heats up your neighborhood, cool down with a call for reliable, high-efficiency air conditioning from Rheem.
Call me Rheem.
Action Plumbing and Heating, Lincoln, and Myers Heating and Air Conditioning, Grand Island.
Next time you need gas, make your choice carefully. Choose a fuel that not only delivers outstanding performance, but is good for the economy and better for the environment. There's one fuel that's American-made from a renewable resource. A fuel that lets any car run cleaner, reducing harmful emissions and air pollution by 25%. Ethanol, 25% cleaner. Next time you need gas, look for an ethanol blend. It's part of the air pollution solution.
Brady outscored Hildreth 15-11 in that third quarter, and now opens the fourth with a 39-38 lead.
And the Brady Eagles able to get their running game in gear a little bit in that third quarter of play. Having trouble with it on the baseline was James Herman, but the ball was kicked. Both of these teams have pretty much gone with their starting 5 this entire second half, although Lee Fritzen at the break has checked into the Hildreth lineup. He's number 20. Jumper by Stenicky. He's moving, and the shot won't go down. Got to go straight up on those jumpers.
Each team has made 17 field goals in the first 3 quarters, but Brady 34% to 46% from the field for Hildreth.
There's Lee Fritzen with a basketball, number 20 outside. Lee drives. Throws it out to Largent for 3, in and out. Quadhammer with a rebound, and he is fouled underneath, I believe, by Tyler Stenicky, and that would be Tyler's second personal foul. And still neither team even really close to being in the bonus situation. That's just the 4th team foul on Brady. The Class A game to follow this one between Hastings and Omaha Benson. That should be a really good one, Dick.
Yeah, and if you weren't with us last week for the girls tournament, you may not know that the schedule has been changed, and the Class A game is the 3rd game of the day. It'll be this afternoon coming up next, and then the Class B game will be the final game of the evening session tonight.
A foul on the other end as Stenicky goes up, and Quadhammer picks up his second personal foul. Take another look at it. Quadhammer has good positioning there and then reaches just a little bit with the hand. And Tyler Stenicky will go to the line where he is 1 of 2 in the ball game. He'd like to hit double figures, has 9 in the game. First one, no good. Stenicky had 27 in Brady's first-round win and overtime win over Prague, 86-82. And he had 23 yesterday to lead his team over Llewellyn. And Stenicky gets the second to fall, only 10 in this game, though, so far.
And 6 of those came in the first quarter.
Hildreth now down by 2. Here comes Stenicky. Loose ball. Bratine comes up with it. Nice pass on the other side. And Quadhammer is guilty of a foul as Bratine found James Herman alone underneath. And now that will be the third personal on Terry Quadhammer.
Here's another look at it. Watch number 52 come in there at the end and got him with the arm and the body. And so that's the third on Quadhammer. 6:43 to go in the game.
Some bodies flying on that last exchange. In and out, though, for James Herman. Free throws always seem to mean so much down the stretch in these boys' state tournament games. In and out for James Herman, or rather in, out, and in. And it falls, and it's now a 3-point lead for Brady, 41-38. Hildreth across the timeline. Quadhammer will slow it up. Kyle Largent. This is Lee Fritzen. Fritzen tried to drive. Good defensive pressure, though, by Herman. Fritzen from 3, the left-hander. Yes! Lee Fritzen, a 5'11" senior, knocks down the 3. And it's tied 41 all on the baseline. Shot by Bratine, in and out, traveling. Kyle Largent got the rebound. Let's hope he didn't hurt a knee or an ankle. He's limping around a little bit. Kyle, the floor general of this Hildreth team.
Looks like he's going to shake it off. The game has been tied 7 times now and has been just as close as you could imagine. Each team is led by 5, but 5 has been the biggest lead for either squad.
Stenicky took it right at Quadhammer, trying to get Terry's 4th personal, but Terry hung tough and got the rebound. Look at this Brady pressure. They get it across, though. And here comes Hildreth. Ryle on the baseline. Quadhammer will set it back up. And now Brady very aware of Fritzen's 3-point capabilities. Who's it off of? Off of Brady. So Hildreth will keep possession. There's a break in the action. We're all tied up, 41 apiece, with 5:37 remaining in the ball game.
When rain comes into view, cool air surrounding you. The air of quality cools with efficiency.
When summer heats up your neighborhood, cool down with a call for reliable, high-efficiency air conditioning from Rheem.
Call me Rheem.
Capital Heating and Air Conditioning, Lincoln, and Myers Heating and Air Conditioning, Grand Island. Every major city has one great specialty shop, and in Grand Island, it's Bridal World. This prom season, rock the night away with one-of-a-kind formals and dazzling accessories found only at Bridal World and Grand Island. As featured in 17 magazine, Bridal World carries a full line of beautiful formals made by top designers from around the country. You'll sparkle on the dance floor, making an annual high school event an everlasting memory. Remember, the most desirable teenagers in Nebraska wear formals and tuxedos from Bridal World, Grand Island.
Back at the Devaney Sports Center, a 3-point shot right there for Lee Fritzen. A big bucket for the Greyhounds of Hildreth.
And that allowed Hildreth to tie it up, and that's where we stand right now, 41 apiece. 5:30 to play in the 4th quarter. A good game unfolding here in the D2 final. Quadhammer goes strong to the basket, and he is fouled and makes the hoop. Terry Quadhammer with 15 points in the ball game and a chance to complete a 3-point play. Leidick gave up the baseline positioning, and Quadhammer made him pay. Free throw no good, but underneath is Heinrichs, and Heinrichs will bring it out. And Hildreth will set up its half-court offense. The Greyhounds could make this a 4-point trip. Ryle would like to do so. No good. Who's the foul underneath on? On Quadhammer? I think so. And that will be Terry's 4th personal. He was trying to get the rebounding positioning underneath. And now a substitution. Ben Syme comes back in, and Quadhammer will take a place on the Hildreth bench. Let's see if maybe this could give Brady some momentum. The big guy, the all-stater for Hildreth, on the bench with 4 fouls. Here come the Eagles, trailing by 2, 5 minutes left in this game. Leidick, way over to Bertine. Adam shot long. Who's going to come down with it? James Herman, jumper, short, and Syme has the rebound. Or rather, Ryle. Corey Ryle got the rebound. The Greyhounds.
Adam Bertine has cooled off here. He has not scored yet in the 4th quarter. He has 24 points in the game.
Largent in a bit of a trouble, but he gets some help from his friends. This is Corey Ryle. Back out to Largent for 3. No! And Brady comes away with it. Here comes Leidick on the run. Leidick gives way to Bertine. Adam's shot is good! Adam Bertine lights it up. And we're tied 43 all, midway through this 4th quarter of action. Nobody on Syme at all, but Ben doesn't even look at the basket. Syme. Fritzen, nice pass inside to Heinrichs. Phil is good with 14. Kyle Largent with the dish, and Brady back in front, or Hildreth rather, back in front by 2. Crunch time. Baseline. Herman, short, underneath, and Stenicky. Yes! Tyler Stenicky has 12 points, and it's tied up again, 45-45. And now Terry Quadhammer set to check back in for Hildreth. For the final 3 minutes and 20 seconds. The Greyhounds, patient on offense. Brady likes to run. So the pace right now in favor of Hildreth. Jumper by Ryle, he won't take the shot. And a near turnover. Adam Bertine hustling on defense. Boy, the Hildreth crowd is just yelling for Corey Ryle to shoot that. There's a break in the action. 3 minutes and 1 second left in this Class D2 final, and we're knotted up. 45 apiece. Don't go away.
Our tour today begins with the Darryl Strawberry Cross-Training Wing, a modern exhibition of athletic performance in its purest form. As you can see, Darryl has many techniques, all derived from his cross-training shoes by Nike. Notice his precision and unwavering concentration.
His work's improved since he left New York.
It's a West Coast thing. All exhibits donated by Olympia Village.
Well, the final 3 minutes and 1 second of this one is going to be good. 45 all. It's tied for the 8th time in the game, and here we go. Hildreth with the ball.
The Greyhounds have their big guy, Quadhammer, back in the lineup, and Terry knocks down a nice turnaround jumper from about 10 feet away. He now has 17 in the ball game, and the Greyhounds up by 2. Let's see if Brady tries to push it inside and get Quadhammer to foul out. No, three-pointer, no good. Stenicky underneath. It's no good. Who's it on? Who will the foul be on? Is it Quadhammer? No, I think they called it on Hendricks. And I know that Coach Richard Ault of Hildreth breathed a big sigh of relief.
Third personal on Phil Heinrichs. There's Richard Ault, the Hildreth coach. And so Tyler Steinecke will be at the line for 2 shots.
Tyler's first bounds around and goes down. Stenicky now has 13 points. Second, no good. And Hildreth stays in front by 1. 2 minutes and 35 seconds remain. I'm sure the Greyhounds would love to get a three-pointer, possibly out of Kyle Largent. He's shown he can nail him. Quadhammer on the baseline, kind of stuck. This is Largent, almost taken away. They try to get it down on the baseline, and Heinrichs saves it from going out of bounds. Quadhammer, no! Up high with the rebound is Stenicky. And here come the Eagles with a chance to go in front. Lob pass, way long. I don't think Manute Bowl could have caught that one.
Nate Leidick really lofted that baby into the crowd. 2:10 to go now in the game. Adam Bratine with 26 points. He needs 6 more to reach the D2 state record for points in one game in the state tournament.
But I'm sure that's the last thing on his mind right now. He wants to see his Eagles win this ball game. Heinrichs gets it across the timeline. And now looks like Brady may be going to a man defense. Nope, they're going to stay in that zone, just putting more pressure on the outside. As Hildreth, boy, look at it, look at it. And Brady looks like they might get the ball on the turnover. Oh, Nate Leidick tried to save it between his legs, but Hildreth came away with it. 1 minute and 30 seconds to go. There's too much time for Hildreth to try to run out the clock with only a 1-point lead. Largent drives, shoots from 10, it bounds around, no good. Stenicky has the rebound. 1 minute and 15 seconds left. The coaches look calm, but you know on the inside their stomachs are churning. Brady with a basketball. They're trailing by 1, the Eagles are. Stenicky, Bratine. Bratine and Stenicky, the 2 big guns. Three-pointer, no good by Bratine. And with the rebound is Heinrichs.
You know, Jeff, in the semifinals yesterday, Hildreth beat Wheatland 47-46 was the final score, and that's exactly the score right now with Hildreth leading by that same 1 point.
Bratine commits the personal, Bob Bratine, not Adam. And only the 6th team foul, so no bonus situation, but both teams will be in the bonus after this. Over and back call. An over and back call against Hildreth. Holy cow. 47 seconds remain, and there is a timeout on the floor. Brady wants to talk it over. The Eagles in red trail by 1, 47-46.
Well, earlier today, Bertrand won the Class C2 state championship, beating Shelby in the finals 69-56. This is the Class D2 championship game, and Class A's title game between Omaha Benson and Hastings will follow. And then tonight, 3 more games in the evening session, beginning with Humphrey St. Francis and Wallace in Class D1, then Battle Creek and Tecumseh in Class C1, and Ogallala and Pius for the Class B state championship tonight about 9.
I'm really looking forward to that Class A game between Omaha Benson and Hastings. Paul Forch of Lincoln East will be our guest color commentator, as there you see the last shot put in by Terry Quadhammer. But I tell you, we got a good one going on right here. 47 and a half seconds left. It's Hildreth 47, Brady 46, but Brady has the basketball. Let's see what the Eagles do and how quickly they want to get a shot off. Look for Stenicky or Adam Bratine possibly to take it. Those are the 2 big guys. And there they are over on the left side. Leidick playing catch with that out to Bob Bratine. Looks like Brady being patient. 30 seconds to go. Stenicky will drive, take the off-balance jumper, and the foul will go on who? I think they'll call it on Quadhammer. and that will mean that Terry Quadhammer fouls out. A big drive by Tyler Stenicky. And that is the 5th personal foul on Terry Quadhammer, the All-Stater for Hildreth.
And Steineke will be at the free throw line for 2 shots with 27 seconds to go in the game. So Quadhammer fouls out, having scored 17 points, 27 seconds exactly left in this D2 state championship.
And Quadhammer, I'm sure, oh boy, it's just got to be gut-wrenching to watch the last 27 seconds of this game for him from the bench. Stenicky, short. Tyler Stenicky is short. He is 3 for 6 now in free throws in this game. And the 6'2" senior needs to make this one for his Brady Eagle team. It's no good, and Hildreth has the rebound. Yesterday, 2 missed free throws with 5 seconds left enabled Hildreth to win. They've got a man underneath. The shot is blocked by Stenicky, but coming away with it still is Syme. What a huge block by Tyler Stenicky as Ben Syme was alone underneath, and Syme is holding his head. 15.9 seconds to play, and there's a timeout. Hildreth wants to take timeout. The 4th foul by Adam Bratine.
Here's another look at it, Jeff. As you can see, watch number 22, Ben Syme, fighting for the ball right there and getting pushed around pretty good.
Yeah, he fell on the back of his head there. Probably a good timeout by Coach Richard Auld, just to give Ben a chance to maybe catch his breath a little bit. Syme has yet to score in this ball game, Dick.
There you saw Terry Quadhammer on the bench for Hildreth, having fouled out. There's a good look at the Brady bunch. There's Quadhammer again.
Ben Syme has shot 2 free throws in this state tournament. Both of them came in the opening round win over Shickley, and he made both of his free throws. He was 2 for 2. In fact, Ben Syme had 18 points in that win over Shickley, had just 6 yesterday, and has yet to score in this ball game today. Ben Syme, a 6'3" senior. The 2 biggest free throws of his life. There you see Terry Skinner mapping out some plans. A 1-and-1. He was not fouled in the act of shooting. Syme's free throw is good. And the Hildreth crowd behind us erupts. Richard Ault breathes a little bit of a sigh of relief. 48-46. This one would require Brady to make a 3. It's short. A 2-point ball game. But Hildreth, who's it off of? It is off of Brady. It is off of Brady. A nice hustling job on the boards. And now with 14 seconds left, timeout. Good timeout by Phil Heinrichs. 14 seconds left, 48-46. We'll keep it right here. Hildreth has the ball inbounds under its own basket. Brady needs to try to force a turnover very quickly. If the Eagles cannot get the turnover, then they need to foul. And there you see Coach Terry Skinner mapping out his strategy.
We've had a number of overtime games in the state tournament this year. Lexington and Schuyler went overtime in Class B. Shelby and Pender went overtime in C2. Brady had an overtime game already in the first round against Craig. Pius and Lexington went overtime last night. It kind of looked like a real good possibility there had Hildreth gotten the ball back after that missed free throw. And
Brady, rather.
But if Brady had gotten it and they would have had about 15 seconds, really plenty of time to get down and get a good shot. But now with Hildreth with the ball, Brady has got to make the steal or more than likely make the foul.
Boy, Hildreth really taking a lot of time in their huddle. And here come the Greyhounds. Their all-stater, Terry Quadhammer, is on the bench. He is fouled out. So the Greyhounds will try to hold on and preserve this 2-point victory without their big gun underneath. The foul immediately will go on Adam Brettine, and Brettine fouls out. And now Brady will make its first substitution of the state tournament.
The team leaves the game with 26 points.
26 points for Adam Brettine, but only 2 in the fourth quarter. And checking in will be number 23, Monty Heffley.
6'2" senior Monty Heffley into the game for Brady. Good performance for Brettine. 14 points the first half, 12 the second half, 26 for the game.
Largent will shoot a 1-and-1. He's 1 for 2 in free throws today, has 7 points. Good outside shooter though. Short, but a huge rebound by Corey Ryle. The taller Hildreth team has just gotten 2 big rebounds off of missed free throws. And now Ryle will go to the free throw line to shoot a 1-and-1.
Hildreth with those 2 big rebounds with their big rebounder, big man anyway, Quadhammer on the bench.
The first free throw is good by Corey Ryle. It is now a 3-point game with 11.6 seconds left. If Ryle can make the second, it just might ice it. Yes. Here comes Brady the other way. Three-pointer is good. We got a timeout. Hey, this thing is not over. I think that might have been a mistake on Hildreth's part of not playing any defense at all. Take another look at the three-pointer. This is James Herman. And he hits it.
An NBA 3.
That wasn't Herman, that was Nate Leidick. Nate Leidick made his first three-pointer, and it's 50-49, 4.6 seconds to play. Terry Quadhammer is not even in the Hildreth huddle. He's staying out of it. Brady will try to get a turnover, and if they don't, they will have to foul immediately. 50-49. There you see Quadhammer. The Hildreth huddle is just to his right. There you see it. He doesn't even want to be a part of it.
You're probably going to see Brady foul immediately if the inbounds pass is made to try to put Hildreth at the free throw line. 4.6 seconds to go in the game.
Let's see what happens. They get the ball in bounds, and it is an immediate foul on Ryle. 2.9 seconds, though. Almost 2 seconds ticked off. And going to the free throw line will be Corey Ryle, who was the man who's just made 2 free throws the last trip down the floor. But Brady will still have a chance with 2.9 seconds. They'll have to get a long pass probably to try to get a 3 up. Let's see what happens here. Ryle's free throw, no good. Fight for the rebound. They need to get a shot up. The prayer is, was there a foul? Oh, a timeout. We had an immediate timeout. There is 0.9 seconds to play. 0.9 seconds. The officials are conferring right now, and I don't know if they're going to try to put any time back on the clock or not. They're talking it over. There you see the 2 officials. And now Dwayne Hodge will go over to the scorer's table, and let's see if they put some time back on the clock. 50-49. Hildreth is in front by 1, but Brady has the basketball. There's Bob Ells, the timekeeper.
There was 2.9 seconds left when the free throw was missed. It looks like they're going to leave it right where it is. 9/10 of a second left in the game. Brady with the ball, but they've got to get it the length of the floor.
Well, we've seen miraculous finishes here in the state boys basketball tournament, and maybe another one. Nate Leidick will inbounds the ball with just 0.9 seconds left. Somebody's got to get it and put it up immediately. There's the high lob. Stenke's shot. Oh, it would have counted. Stenke's shot does not go down, and Hildreth wins the Class D2 state championship with a thrilling 50-49 victory over the Brady Eagles. Hildreth, runner-up in 2 of the previous 3 state championships, they finally get their Class D2 crown.
And Steineke had just a moment or so to get that off. I don't know if we're going to have a chance to take another look at that, but with only 9/10 of a second left, the clock does not start until the ball touches someone in bounds, and he had time for that shot. If he'd have got it up a little bit higher, it could have counted. Let's take another look at it. Here you see the long baseball pass. Steineke rushed it just a little bit, really, because he could have gotten that off, and it would have counted had he put it in the basket, but it does not happen. And Hildreth wins the Class D2 state championship with a 50-49 win. Hildreth finishes its season with a 21-1 record, while Brady falls to 16-7 with the loss here in the state finals. Well, the trophy and medal presentation is coming up, and we'll be back with that after this timeout.
Over the last 10 years, our cherished belongings have disappeared right before our eyes. What a crime. Thanks to your phone calls, you helped recover almost $4 million worth of stolen property and illegal drugs in the Lincoln area alone, and even more throughout the state of Nebraska. You've also helped Crime Stoppers close the door on criminals. If you have information about a crime and want to remain anonymous, call 475-3600 in Lincoln, or check your directory for your local Crime Stoppers number.
And now for Final Jeopardy. It's the food Americans hate most.
Fish. Everybody loves fish. Ooh, oysters. Mom's cooking. Oh, let me think. Frog legs. Crayfish. No, I know. What is tofu?
What is tofu? You're right.
Yes.
Jeopardy! It's as much fun as you think.
Jeopardy! Weekdays at 5 on 10/11.
Young children don't have to be hurt to learn about danger. Parents find a way to communicate. But what about older children? Find out how to talk with your kids about alcohol before someone else does. Call now.
Hildreth is the 1992 state boys basketball champions. A 50-49 win over Brady here in the state finals. Running down the individual scoring for the Brady Eagles, getting their runner-up medals and trophy right now out on the court. 26 points for Adam Brettine. He led all scorers before fouling out with 13 seconds to go in the game. The only other man in double figures for Brady was Tyler Steineke with 13. Then Bob Brettine had 4, Nate Leidig and James Herman 3 apiece. That accounts for the 49 Brady points. For Hildreth, 17 points for Terry Quadhammer before he fouled out with 27 seconds to go in the game. Phil Heinrichs had 14, the only other man in double figures for the Greyhounds. 8 for Corey Ryle, 3 for Lee Fritzen, 7 for Kyle Largent, 1 for Ben Syme, and that accounts for the 50 Hildreth points. Now let's turn it over to PA announcer Ed Kimball for the presentation of the medals and the trophy to the D2 state champion Hildreth Greyhounds.
Now, Coach Alt, will you please hand out the awards, the gold medals, to your championship team members? They are Jason Syme, and Lee Fritzen, Josh Johnson, and Chad Lindau. Rick Adam, Ryan Knaus, Clint Einspar, Kyle Largent, Ben Syme, Corey Ryle, Phil Heinrichs, who led Hildreth today with 16. And Terry Quadhammer had 15. Now here's the championship trophy. Congratulations, Hildreth. 21-1 for the season and state class D2 champions.
And we'll be back to take a look at the final stats in this D2 state championship game after this timeout.
Corporal Maxwell Klinger.
What's so funny?
A man dedicated to duty.
Mother, you made it to the fort.
With a strong sense of style and class.
Now that's tasteful without being gaudy.
And a firm grip on reality.
I'm a psycho, sir. I'm a nutburger, a jelly bean. I got more dresses than your wife.
He's the 4077's favorite fashion plate.
This is what happens to you when you don't eat your vegetables.
On MASH.
MASH, weeknights at 10:30 on 10/11.
Income taxes. For some people, doing their tax forms by themselves can make them feel like they're climbing the walls.
My full name is, I remember that, Dependent.
If you need help, free tax help is available from IRS-trained volunteers. Find them by calling 1-800-TAX-1040. They'll make your taxes less taxing.
Across the country, it's the talk of the town. Folks disappear and things shut down. When Oprah's on, come on, Oprah's on. People take 5 and tongues stop flapping. Mamas take breaks and babies start napping. Oprah's on, she's stealing the show. Oprah's on, gotta quit, gotta go. It's 3 o'clock, where's everybody gone? Get tuned in. Oprah's on, come on, come on.
Oprah, weekdays at 3 on 10/11.
Hildreth wins the state Class D2 boys championship 50-49 over Brady. A look at the final stat sheet shows that Hildreth made 21 of 54 shots from the field for 38.8%, while Brady made 20 of 66 for 30.3%. Hildreth made 5 of 13 free throws, Brady 8 of 14, 57.1% there. Hildreth with 34 rebounds to 32 for Brady, and Hildreth with 15 turnovers to 6 for Brady. Hildreth led at 27-24 at halftime. Brady led at 39-38 at the end of 3 quarters. It was tied 8 times, and on the final scoreboard, Hildreth won it by 1, 50-49. Hildreth finishes 21-1, Brady 16-7. And we'll be back to talk with the winning Hildreth coach and the Greyhound players after this timeout.
It's March Madness!
The 1992 Boys State Basketball Finals are brought to you by your local Case International dealers and NC Plus, America's down-to-earth seed company.
Are important, but it's the story behind the score that I look for, because with every athlete, there's a great story to tell.
MASH, weeknights at 10:30 on 10/11.
We are back at the Bob Devaney Sports Center, where Hildreth has won over Brady 50-49 in a thriller in the Class D2 state championship. I am joined now by Kyle Largent, the point guard for the Hildreth Greyhounds, and you guys finally did it after a number of tries. You got the gold medal around your neck.
Well, our coach really wanted it bad, and we figured it since it was his 200th win this season,
that we ought to, during the conference championship, that we wanted to give him another one. And we all wanted the gold medals. We weren't satisfied last year with silver, so we picked it up a notch and got the gold.
I think you had a heck of a ball game today. Brady really gave you a tussle.
Yeah, they were good. They got quickness. We got height, but their quickness really gave us a run for the money. They went hard to the boards, but we held them off.
Got a couple big three-pointers by you. There was one of them. Didn't get maybe as many as you would have liked, but they were still important.
Yeah, they kind of open it up for the big guys inside. We like to pound it down, but most teams pack it in on us, so we don't really get enough three-pointers, so we try to shoot more, me and Ben Syme.
Okay, congratulations, Kyle. Let's bring in Phil Heinrichs now. And congratulations, Phil, on a state championship. It's better than second place, right?
Oh, yeah. We know from experience this beats it by far.
Tell me about going down the stretch there. Your team with Terry on the bench, you guys really still hung tough.
Yeah, we wanted this one bad. I think that's what's the difference here. They're a good ball club, but we had our sights set for the gold, and we did it.
Okay.
We got it done.
Congratulations, Phil. You had a good game. The official scores, I think, had you with 16 points. Good afternoon in the state championship. Maybe one of your best games ever.
Yeah, it probably was. It was just fun to play.
Okay, congratulations. Now we'll talk to Corey Ryle. Corey is one of the seniors on this ball club, or no, a junior, 6'3" junior. How does it feel to get that gold around your neck?
Unbelievable. It's just, I can't describe the feeling. I've just wanted this we've been here so many times and come so close, and I've never really made it, and we finally got it this time. So I'm real pleased that we got to be state champs this year.
Now coming right down to gut-wrenching time, was that tough, those last 5-6 seconds on you guys' part?
Oh, we just got really keyed up when we knew what we had to do, because we've been in a lot of close games this season, and we just had to sit back in our defense and make sure they didn't get a long pass down the court for a shot.
Okay, let's bring in Ben Syme now. Ben was the player who hit two big free throws down the stretch. Ben, what was it like stepping to the free throw line there with just a few seconds remaining, and you kind of really helped seal the win with those two free throws?
Well, it was a lot of pressure, but I just tried not to think about it and just tried to put it in. I've been shooting the ball pretty well from the free throw line, so I just tried to put it in there.
And having Terry Quadhammer on the bench, I'm sure you would have liked to have him in there those last couple minutes.
Yeah, Terry's our best player. He's unbelievable. He can do just about everything, you know. Some people leave him wide open from the outside and he'll shoot it. He didn't do it today, but he'll shoot it from the outside pretty good too. And he's our workhorse. He's the best. He's good.
Brady really gave you a good basketball game, though, an athletic team.
Yeah, I saw him play earlier in the year, and I prayed all I could that we wouldn't have to meet them here, because they're a good team. We played them last year, and we knew what they were going to do, and they're good rebounders. And we are too. We got some height on them, but they slashed the boards. They're really good. They're a great team. They could win it too, you know.
Well, congratulations. A couple big free throws. That's going to be something you'll remember for a long time.
Forever. Thank you.
Ben Syme. And now we want to talk finally to Terry Quadhammer. Terry, the big guy in the middle for the Hildreth team. And you were looking a little lonely on the bench there the last couple minutes.
Yeah, it was real hard to see him out there going and running around trying to win the game, and with me having to be on the bench there. I'm just glad they pulled it off. It was the best I've ever felt.
Was it tougher to be on the bench than on the floor?
Oh, by far. I was going crazy over there. I was pacing up and down the sidelines during timeouts.
You didn't even want to get involved in the huddle, did you? We got a replay there for you. We had you with 15 points today to lead your team. Why didn't you even want to get in the huddle there down the stretch?
I don't know. I just wanted to watch the game like a spectator. It's kind of loud.
Yeah, it's gotten real loud now as the band has kicked up for Hastings High School. Terry, what about winning the state championship after coming so close? You were on last year's team that finished second. To make that final push, it's got to be real fun.
Yeah, it's a blast. All 4 years we were down here, we were trying to go to the state. Finally got it. Finally got the championship.
Any difference, any keys that you could see as to why you finally got over the hump this year?
Well, I don't know. Just we played real great together all year, and the team play and our defense. That was the key to most of our wins this year. Was our defense. We were able to hold the teams down and to lower points, and once we were able to get our offense going, it was real easy.
Okay, congratulations, Terry Quadhammer, on a state championship in Class D2.
Thanks a lot.
And we'll be back to talk with the Hildreth coach, Richard Alt, right after this.
1011 and the Nebraska Soybean Program recognize those who are taking action to better our environment. This week, Handle with Care salutes the City of Lincoln in their efforts to save the environment. For the first time, the city is buying picnic tables and benches made from 100% recycled plastic. Although plastic tables are more expensive than wooden tables, it's anticipated that they will withstand outside elements better and in the long run save the city money while protecting our environment. The Nebraska Soybean Program and 1011 salute you.
Japan recently imported its 100 millionth metric ton of American soybeans. Now, our checkoff dollars are developing trade in the Soviet republics.
The potential annual demand for soybeans here in the Soviet Union within a 3 to 4 year period of time might be 350 to 400 million bushel.
Our investment of just 4.8 ounces out of every bushel harvested ensures U.S. competitiveness in the world marketplace. Check off and be counted.
4 years ago, this couple was expecting a child. This family was coping with single parenthood. And this family was, well, traditional. 4 years later, what are they each up to today? Find out in our next For the Family special as we revisit the families who helped get our project started. Join 1011 and our For the Family sponsors for What is a Family Today? Wednesday at 7 on 1011.
We are back at the Bob Devaney Sports Center getting ready for the Hastings-Omaha-Benson Class A game. That'll be coming up in about, say 20 minutes or so. Should be a good one. Right now I'm joined by Richard Alt, the head boys basketball coach at Hildreth. And your team's you did it. You got that state championship after, what, two runner-up finishes?
Yeah, we've had 2 runner-ups, and this is the 4th time we've been down here in 4 years, so it's great to finally get the job done.
Any keys that you thought to your team keeping the composure down the stretch, winning this game?
Well, these kids have got a lot of game experience, and you know, I guess the thing I'd have to say is a tradition, I think, came through at the end. You know, the kids know how to win. They know what they need to do, you know, whether it's to check out a little harder on the boards or create a turnover, whatever it is, they find some way to win.
Now tell me about that last 9/10 of a second in this ball game. You guys almost could have lost that ball game.
That was a long 9/10 of a second. I didn't think he could take quite that long. I didn't think he could catch the ball and get it out of his hands, but he did. It's just lucky he didn't take it just a tenth of a second or 100th of a second longer and get his shot up a little better.
I tell you got to give a lot of credit to Brady. They were a team, they never gave up and really played hard.
You know, they've got an excellent ball club. You know, we thought if we could slow the tempo down, maybe we could affect their shooting and that. And I don't know if we did or not, because they still shot the ball pretty well.
A good tribute to your basketball team is having Terry Quadhammer on the bench here the last couple minutes, fouled out, and yet your team held its composure and held on for the win.
Well, we've got some kids that come in and they play real well for us. You know, for a small D2 team, we really have good depth, and the kids that come in and played all year long for us.
And Terry is kind of the horse, too, inside.
Well, we like to work him in there. He usually does some good things for us, so we like to go to him. And I don't know how many rebounds he had today, but he should have had a ton of them.
Okay, Richard, congratulations on a state championship. Going to talk to one more of your kids here. We've got Lee Fritzen, and Lee, you had a big three-pointer in there in that second half. Nothing but net on that one.
Well, I felt pretty good on that one, and they just left me open. I just had to shoot it.
Going to take a look at your three-pointer right there, the left-hander, and it swishes right in. And that was a big three-pointer because your team was starting to slip at that time.
Yeah, they put a lot of pressure on the guards, and we tried to get them to overplay and hope for the open shot.
Lee, you're a senior, and this is quite a way to end your career, isn't it, after getting a couple of the silver medals to get the gold around your neck?
It sure is. We've been thinking about this ever since the first day of practice, and we're just glad we did it.
Is reality as good as the dream?
Well, reality hasn't set in yet. It's a weird feeling.
Okay, congratulations, Lee Fritzen. Hildreth wins the Class D2 state championship, and we will be back with pregame activities to the Class A game right after this.
Grand Island, we've got it all.
For a Caribbean cruise or just plain work, shop Marion's Casuals for new spring fashions. With racks full of rich, colorful clothing, Marion's Casuals will complement your wardrobe for all occasions.
Ron's Transmission and Alignment Service will repair any manual, automatic, 4x4, or front-wheel drive. If your car gives you trouble, ask about free towing from Ron's Transmission, Grand Island.
We've got it all.
Will you help me now? Become the next...
For 5.5 months, Nebraska Senator Bob Kerrey tried to win the White House, but recently he ended his campaign. Sunday night, we'll talk to Senator Kerrey about his efforts and what lies ahead. And we'll hear from some Nebraskans who say the senator's time could have been better spent. Was the campaign for president worth it? That's the focus on the next Nebraska Matters Sunday night.
We were, certainly. And this is the time of year basketball fans have to love, especially if you're fans of some of the teams that were crowned as champions today. And TV Sports' Randy Bushcutter spent the day at some champions' coronations.
The day began with a state championship for the Tran. The Vikings couldn't avoid the Noid in the first half. Shelby's Augie Noid paced the Huskies 55% shooting in the first half. Meanwhile, the Vikings were shooting only 30%. But Bertrand was still able to go in the locker room with a 1-point lead. Bertrand started the second half slowly, but began to roll. Tony Davis had a monster game, scoring 34 points, and the Vikings' pressure defense began to pay big dividends. Bertrand kept the momentum and opened up the outside for Keith Kraske, who scored 18. But the big man was Davis, who set a Class C2 record by scoring 94 points in 3 state tournament games. Bertrand wins the basketball title to go with the one they won last fall in football.
Well, we did in football once, but that wasn't near as special as this. You don't get to go to Lincoln. You don't get to come to this place to play. For us, this is the Minneapolis of high school right here. And we knew there'd be one team come out of 64, and we were the one that did.
So we were going to pack it in a little bit, make them try to handle the ball outside as much as we can and utilize our quickness on the defensive end. I tell you what, boy, that came true. We just did an outstanding job playing defense today.
In Class D2, traditional basketball power Hildreth fought tooth and nail with Brady. The smaller Eagles gave the Hounds fits. Tyler Stenke had 13 for Brady, but Hildreth used their superior size for a 3-point halftime lead. Phil Heinrichs led the Hounds with 16 points. Then in the second half, Hildreth wasn't able to throw the knockout punch. On the break, Adam Bratton scored 2 of his game-high 26. In the fourth, Hildreth began to build the lead. Lee Fritzen scored only 3 points today, but it began a Hildreth charge. And big man Terry Quadhammer chipped in 15 points as the Greyhounds led by 4 late. But the Brady bunch wouldn't quit. Nathan Leidick hits the tray, but Brady's comeback would fall short. Hildreth wins their 6th state title by a final of 50-49.
I tell you what, these kids, they just don't quit. They don't quit. They know how to win, and they just don't let up.
In Class A, Hastings.
Hildreth's Kyle Largent beats Phil Heinrichs for 2 of his 16 points. Hounds up by a point after 1. But Adam Bratton of Brady swishes home a game-high 26 points, pacing the Eagles to a 5-point lead in the second. Hildreth controls the glass. Terry Quadhammer pulls down 12 boards to go along with 15 points. But Brady led at 39-38 heading into the final period. The difference in this one, Corey Riles' 2 free throws in the closing seconds, giving the Greyhounds their first title in 14 years. The final, Hildreth 50, Brady 48.
I tell you what, these kids, they just don't quit. They don't quit. They know how to win, and they just don't let up.
Once again.
1011 hopes you've enjoyed live coverage of today's games and extends congratulations to all participants.